Hello everyone, welcome again to Herein-Africa. Today, we are going to look on the poorest country in Africa. Like you all know, Africa is a blessed continent with breathtaking landscapes, rich cultures, and immense natural resources. However, it's also a home to some of the world's poorest countries, where millions of people struggle daily with poverty, hunger, and lack of access to basic necessities. These countries face severe challenges that require global attention and compassion. Understanding the struggles of these nations is crucial to addressing the root cause of poverty and finding sustainable solutions. Before we get into the video to this very poor country in Africa, kindly, if you are watching this channel for the first time, we request that you take a second or two, you click that subscription button. That's one way of promoting our work. And we will be grateful for doing that one. Let's get to the video. The poorest country in Africa is none other than Burundi. For those who don't know, Burundi is a country that is located in eastern part of Africa, bordering Rwanda, DRC Congo, and Tanzania. Yeah, there are many causes of poverty in Burundi. But the very first cause of poverty is economical instability. Burundi suffers from weak economies characterized by low GDP of around $207 per capita. High inflation rates and limited industrial growth. These economic conditions hinder the development of robust infrastructure and social services. Even minor distributions can devastate people's lives when economies are fragile, leaving them without the means to support themselves and their families. Economic instability also limits access to jobs and markets. The other reason is conflict and political instability. Political unrest, civil wars, like it was observed in the year 1994, when they had a fight against the Hutu and the Tutsi. Those who are bordering Uganda before it came to be divided to be Rwanda and Burundi. Political unrest, civil wars, and conflicts displace millions, disrupt economies, and destroy infrastructure, exacerbating poverty and making recovery difficult. Western regions face the challenges of rebuilding amidst ongoing violence and instability, making it nearly impossible to create a stable environment for economic growth and development. The impact of conflict extends beyond immediate destruction. It breaks down social structures, displaces communities, and creates long-lasting trauma. Rebuilding after conflict requires extensive resources and international support, often unavailable to many of Burundian communities, or to state Burundian as a country. Another cause is health challenge. In Burundi, diseases such as malaria, HIV/AIDS, and tuberculosis have devastating impacts on populations, and in fact, much on communities, reducing workforce productivity and increasing healthcare costs. In Burundi, healthcare systems are under-resourced and unable to cope with high demand, leaving many without access to essential medical services. Illness can prevent individuals from working, leading to loss of income and increased financial strain. Another cause of poverty in Burundi is lack of education. Education is a powerful tool for lifting individuals and communities out of poverty. Yet, Burundians struggle to provide even basic education resources. Children who cannot access education are denied the skills and knowledge needed to secure better paying jobs and improve their quality of life. This lack of education perpetuates generational poverty, as the future generations are also deprived of opportunities for advancement and growth. Another challenge in Burundi is climate change. Droughts, floods, and other climate-related issues unequally affects Burundi, leading to food insecurity and loss of livelihoods. Agriculture, a primary source of income for many Burundian communities, is highly vulnerable to climate change, making it difficult for families to sustain themselves. Communities already struggling with poverty, must also face the unpredictable impacts of climate-related disasters, which can wipe out crops, destroy homes, and displace families. Another issue which is really leading to much poverty in Burundi is poor governance and corruption, just like any other country in Africa. But more importantly, in Burundi, corruption and poor governance has diverted resources away from development projects and essential services, actually leaving populations underserved. When government officials engage in corrupt practices, funds for public services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure are often misappropriated. Poor governance also undermines public trust and stability, making implementing effective policies and programs much difficult. But just to end with, Burundi, with the GDP of 207, remains the poorest country in Africa. That's why many of Burundian people are now entering many of the African countries. You can find them in Kenya, many in Rwanda, some in Tanzania, but most in Uganda. These people are trying to find out the refuge. They're just doing the manual jobs, trying to build up their families, and just a hope for a future. The nation struggles with political instability, inadequate infrastructure, and widespread poverty. Civil conflict and ethnic tensions have troubled Burundi for decades, causing displacement and economic stagnation. The lack of essential services such as healthcare and education further exacerbates the dire living conditions. Despite these challenges, the Burundian people's resilience is evident in their efforts to rebuild and improve their lives. Communities, initiatives, and international aid have provided some relief, but sustainable development requires long-term commitment and comprehensive strategies to address the root cause of poverty. Now, to this very point, we thank you all for listening. Thank you for taking part into this very video. Thank you for giving us a chance. Kindly, we request that you show some gratitude to our channel, to show some gratitude to our job. Just give us a subscription, like this very video, and if possible, kindly guys, share it to your friends. Help us to continue with this amazing work of rebuilding Africa. Thank you so much.